It is useful to recognize how Paul interpreted the Old Testament and how he theologically directed his congregations with his spiritual understandings. This example involves the treatment of oxen. The Hebrew Bible, with its elaborate sacrificial system, is not often thought of as promoting animal rights, but the Mosaic Law grants a level of mercy to some animals by putting very specific restrictions on how they may be treated. For example, along with their owners, domesticated livestock must be given a day off on the Sabbath, Exodus 20, verse 10. But it is not just the domesticated animals. The law even cares for mother birds found in nature. Quote, if you come on a bird's nest in any tree or on the ground with fledgling or eggs, with the mother sitting on the fledglings or on the eggs, you shall not take the mother with the young. Let the mother go, taking only the young for yourself, in order that it may go well with you and you may live long. Deuteronomy 22, verses 6 through 7. The simultaneous consumption of two generations of the same creature is forbidden in other texts as well. Quote, but you will not slaughter from the herd or the flock an animal with its young on the same day. Leviticus 22, verse 28. Paul will make use of another command of animal protection in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 9 through 10, as he argues that pastors have the right to economic support from their congregations. In evidence of this, he quotes Deuteronomy 25:4, quote, you shall not muzzle an ox while it is treading out the grain. In its most immediate context, the command is showing mercy for a working ox. To remove the muzzle from an ox's mouth is to mercifully allow the ox to take bites of grain during its toil. But Paul understands the passage to be saying something very different. For Paul, God's concern is only that pastors are financially compensated for the work they do. Quote, for it is written in the law of Moses, you shall not muzzle an ox while it is treading out the grain. Is it for oxen that God is concerned, or does he not speak entirely for our sake? It was indeed written for our sake, for whoever plows should plow in hope, and whoever threshes should thresh in hope of a share in the crop. If we have sown spiritual good among you, is it too much if we reap your material benefits? 1 Corinthians 9, verses 9 through 11. Notice how Paul applies the Deuteronomy passage almost allegorically to his argument that pastors should be paid. In doing so, he also denies that God was never actually concerned for the oxen. Paul does not say that his interpretation is a second meaning or an application of the original text, but that it was the sole meaning God intended for the text to communicate. Quote, it was indeed written for our sake. That Paul could so easily and completely divorce this command from its original reading only to support his argument on pastoral compensation clearly demonstrates his interpretive capabilities. Contending with Paul.